Today, we'll be discussing poisonous mushrooms. Mushroom is the conspicuous umbrella-shaped fruiting body that is sporophore of certain fungi, typically of the order Agaricales in the phylum Basidiomycota, but also of some other groups. Popularly, the term mushroom is used to identify the edible sporophores, and the term toadstool is used for inedible or poisonous sporophores. There is, however, no scientific distinction between the two names, and either can be properly applied to any freshly fungus fruiting structure. Some mushrooms are poisonous, and symptoms range from mild gastrointestinal discomfort to death. The most common reason for mushroom poisoning is misidentification or the close resemblance of edible mushroom species to toxic mushrooms. Thus, an expert should inspect mushrooms before consumption. Most importantly, there are no antidotes for mushroom poisoning, and symptoms can only be treated in the hospital and may still be fatal. Symptoms can appear after 12 hours or longer following consumption. Toxin will remain in the system and continue to cause harm. So, raw samples should be retained for correct identification. So, today we'll study about some poisonous mushroom, and first of all, we'll start with the Amanita phyloides, that is, death cap. These mushrooms are highly toxic mushrooms and found throughout the Europe, particularly in oak and beech woodlands. These are responsible for majority of the all fatal mushroom poisoning. This is because they resemble several edible and popularly eaten species. They also apparently taste quite pleasant. So ingestion leads to liver failure, kidney failure, and death. Next is Amanita bisporigera, Amanita ocreata, and Amanita virosa, a group of three closely related species that share a deadly name, destroying angels. They can be found in woodlands, grassy meadows, and lawns across Europe and North America. Like death caps, they have a white cap and gills and also contain hematoxins. Hematoxins are extremely toxic compounds that travel through the bloodstream and disrupt cell metabolism, consequently damaging many organs, including liver and the heart. Just a small amount can lead to death. Next is Polytina rugosa. Polytina rugosa means common cone cap is commonly found in Pacific Northwest but also grows in Europe, Asia, and North America. Due to their similar conical brown caps, they are sometimes mistaken for psilocybes. After about 6 to 24 hours after ingestion, a person would experience some very nasty gastrointestinal symptoms, followed by liver failure and even death. Next is Cotinerius species, web caps. This group of poisonous mushroom is much slower to kill a person. This is a large genus of over 2,000 species um, and uh, mainly Cortinarius rubeolis, the deadly webcap, and Cortinarius aureolinus, the fool's webcap, are highly poisonous because both of these contain a mycotoxin, uh, aureolinine, which affects the kidney. This toxin takes an means a long time to take effect, with symptoms not appearing for up to 2 weeks after ingestion, by which time it is too late to do much about it, as the kidney damage is already done. So there is no known antidote, and the primary treatment is hemodialysis. So without treatment, death occurs. Next is Carolina marginata, that is, it is also known as deadly skull cap and even funeral bell. It is packed with liver and kidney disrupting hematoxins, and ingestion leads to severe gastrointestinal distress, organ failure, and even death if not treated swiftly. They are found throughout the northern hemisphere and generally grow in small clusters on or near conifer wood. Next is Lepiota bruniocarnata, that is deadly javelins. This is easily mistaken for a few different edible species, leading to accidental and sometimes sadly fatal poisonings. These mushrooms grow in grassy areas, and often these mistakes occur when people pick from their own gardens. Next is Gyromitra species, that is false morel. This mushroom, with its brain-like cap and creamy white stem, it closely resembles the prized and very tasty morel mushrooms. Unlike the true morel, however, the false morel contains a deadly toxin, gyrometrin. When gyrometrin is broken down in the body, it becomes a highly toxic compound that is monomethyl hydrazine. And this compound means better known for its use as a rocket fuel, and this act on the central nervous system, causing a variety of unpleasant neurological and gastrointestinal symptoms, and in severe cases can result in death. Next is Amanita muscaria, that is fly agaric. This is most iconic and well known of all mushrooms. These mushrooms contain several different bioactive compounds, including those both toxic and psychoactive. Though not nearly as dangerous and deadly as some other poisonous mushrooms, historical deaths due to ingestion have been reported, and they are not to be trifled with. The symptoms are unpredictable and may range from delirium and hallucinations to seizures and comas. Axillus involutus, brown roll rim. This common and nondescript mushroom was once widely regarded as edible, once cooked, and was widely eaten in Central and Eastern Europe until the 1940s. However, in 1944, it was found to be responsible for the death of German mycologist Julius Schäfer, the only professional mycologist known to have died from fungus poisoning. It is now known that mushroom can trigger an autoimmune reaction, especially in people who have eaten them over a prolonged period of time. After ingestion, the body attacks its own red blood cells, which may lead to kidney failure, acute respiratory failure, and even death. Thank you.